It jumps out. Dan Quinn off to a new head coach there, off to a 3-1 start. What has been different?
Well, I know you're going to get to him in a minute, but Jayden Daniels has been different. However, putting him aside, even before Jayden Daniels got here, it was different with Quinn. The atmosphere in the building is dramatically improved. There's more energy in the building. And I think that starts from Quinn, but also the guys that he hired on the staff. So that to me has been the biggest difference. I think there's a different level of accountability, I feel. And some of that isn't so much like just massive discipline, but I think maybe giving the players more ownership in what they're doing. I think that's paid off too. A lot of veteran leaders they brought in, but really it starts with Quinn and his energy.
You mentioned Jayden Daniels, quarterback, number 2 overall pick in the draft. What have you seen from? I mean, he looks really good. I've seen him a couple of times. What have you seen from him day in and day out that you think the Commanders really like about him?
Well, I think what you're seeing it translate on the field, right? And so, but I'm going to say since the time that Daniels arrived in Washington after the draft, going to the spring practices and training camp workouts, what you've seen or what you've heard too is about the work he's put in, showing up at 5:45 a.m. during the spring workouts throughout the spring to get extra film sessions in, doing his own little personal walkthroughs before practice, going over all this stuff. Like those are the things you continue to hear about him is about the preparation that he puts into it, and then how quickly, because of that, he has picked up the offense and how they can expand things with him because of that. And then you see during training camp practice, what you're seeing now is a lot of what we saw then. There were days where he wasn't as good, but there was never a day where you thought, oh, he might not be ready. He might need to sit a while. He might not be good. Throughout the spring and summer, you just kind of had one thought: he's going to be good. I just don't know when.
A lot of folks were split as to is it Caleb Williams or is it Jayden Daniels, and both of them are playing well. When you look at Daniels' skill set on the field, in the event Browns fans haven't seen it, what is he doing well, just football wise?
You're right. So there's a couple of things. I will say this: here they were always going to take Jayden. I think even if Caleb Williams and Jayden Daniels were there at number 2, they would have. I think they would have taken Jayden Daniels. So just because that's how much they liked him. So on the field, what you see is really high level of accuracy. Now his completion percentage is 82%. He set a record, an NFL record, by completing 85% or more of his passes in 2 consecutive games. Some of that stems from short passes at or near the line of scrimmage. That's a definite part of their offense. I think they're very good with easing him into things. He will go down the field, and I think it's going to happen a little bit more as we go on here. But you see the high level of accuracy, and it's not just the completion percentage, it's where he's putting the ball. For example, there was a play the other day against Arizona. It's a 3rd and 4. They're inside their own 15-yard line, and he just puts it on the proper shoulder for the receiver to turn upfield to get the first down. If he doesn't put it on there, the defender's right there. It's stopped. So it's instead of 1st and 10, it's 4th and 1. They're punting, but they continue the drive. They go down and score a touchdown. It's little things like that for him, the accuracy that you really see. Then he has, I would say, really good arm talent. So you'll see another play in the game against Arizona, a couple plays, including a touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin, where you might scan the field, and as soon as he sees it, that ball's coming out. And it's just, there's not hesitation. When he sees it, he trusts it, he throws it. He will scramble, and not what the big thing that they're trying to do with him is scramble to keep plays alive, not just scramble to run. And he's been doing a better job of keeping his eyes upfield, not making huge plays on the run at this point. His longest run this year, I think, is 17 yards. But they're doing a better job getting him to keep his eyes upfield, to look for those plays downfield. Sometimes they're available and he's not throwing it, but he's still picking up positive yards and keeping the chains going. But that's what he offers. It's hard to get him down. The Giants did. The Giants sacked him, I think it was 4 or 5 times. So you can do it, but he has proven to be rather elusive. But it's not. He's considered more of a passer who can run, and not a guy who's out there just running around.